An overnight news, a busy intersection in northwest Albuquerque is back open this morning after a man was killed there late last night. The man was hit by a car here near Unser and Bluewater just after 9. He was rushed to UNM Hospital where he died. So far, investigators are not saying who he was, who hit him, or if that driver will face any charges. Well, a big debate at the state capitol once again today. How should New Mexico improve its education system?
We are just 3 days into the 2014 legislative session, and Governor Susana Martinez is proposing several ideas. Our Samantha McDonald is here with some reaction. Good morning, Sam.
Good morning, Elizabeth. Well, anybody who's paying attention can tell you one of Governor Martinez's main priorities this legislation session is education reform. And she's got some teachers and students on her side. They support her ideas, but they have some suggestions. The governor wants more money pumped into education. She also wants to see merit pay for teachers whose students perform well on standardized tests. Among the things she's calling for, which is obviously beyond the legislature's scope of authority, is to see which is increased parental involvement. Martinez wants to hold back third graders who can't read at grade level. One Albuquerque teacher says grades kindergarten through third grades are about learning to read. The fourth grade is about content, so whether or not students are held back, they have to know how to read by the fourth grade. As for merit pay for teachers, some agree with it. Others think teachers should be evaluated in several different categories.
I understand that if they're doing well and that they should be rewarded for that, and I think that more teachers would be motivated by that.
I think they need to look at teachers individually. I think they need to look at what teachers do in the classroom. There's a lot more to it than they have right now.
These concepts will be debated. What shakes out will go before the legislature for a vote. If they pass it and the governor signs it, it would go into effect July 1st. Elizabeth?
All right, thank you, Sam. The legislative session is 30 days long. We will keep you posted on what lawmakers decide here on KRQE. You can also go to our website, krqe.com. Albuquerque Public Schools has more than 140 schools, thousands of employees, and a $1 billion budget.
And with all of that, things are bound to go wrong and stuff is bound to go missing. And a new report that we got a hold of is giving us all the details this morning. It's from the state auditor's office, and it shows APS does not do a good job of enforcing financial policies and keeping records, particularly with the activity funds that schools are in charge of. The audit also shows the district reported $1.2 million in missing capital assets that were just wiped off the books because they couldn't be found 2 years later. Last year, that number was $1.9 million, so it has gone down. School Board President Marty Esquivel told us, quote, "The number and nature of adverse findings has continued to decrease over the years. We feel very strongly that APS is on very strong financial ground." In fact, the number of state audit findings, we did some research on this, has gone down quite a bit in the last 4 years, from 378 in 2009 to just 93 last year.
Things should be back to normal this morning for a charter school in Espanola. Yesterday, state police say a freshman at Española's McCurdy Charter School sent a text warning their classmate not to go to school and implying something bad might happen. While state police investigated, the school decided not to take any chances and closed for the day, especially in the wake of the Roswell school shooting. Police spoke with the student who sent the text and later determined that there was no threat. A camera keeps rolling as a vandal tries over and over to break the surveillance camera at the center that this guy is trying to break into. The man is seen here climbing on a rack of basketballs at an Espanola community center. He tries unsuccessfully to gain his balance to reach the surveillance camera, falling and slipping on soccer balls and basketballs. Then he is seen throwing soccer balls at the camera until he finally breaks it. Well, police say the vandal caused $10,000 worth of damage.
They come in and they ransack the offices, really don't take anything, and then the damage is really is intense.
Now, police believe the troublemaker may have also been involved in this vandalism case. 2 men were captured on camera tearing apart computers at a nonprofit agency. So far, police have not made any other arrests in the community center vandalism.
We now have the intense lapel camera video showing 3 Albuquerque police officers risking their lives to pull a woman from a burning car to save her life. Now, the video isn't very clear, but you can definitely hear what happened. Watch this.
Go and pour out.
PD 745 900.
Ah.
All right, get the shooter out. Grab it. You got it?
All right, pretty chaotic there. The video shows some quick glimpses of the car here, full of flames after it smacked a pole near Grant Middle School. Now, at first, officers tried to use a fire extinguisher to get the fire out, but that doesn't work. So they reached inside the car and they pulled out Kelly Otzi, who got knocked out in that crash.
She stuck?
Yeah, something got her leg.
Hang on.
Her arm's gone.
She's stuck on the seat. Hang on. Okay, get her out. Okay. Nope. Drag her away.
Kelly Otzi is still in the hospital. Police think she was at drinking and driving and speeding when she crashed. The officers who saved her life, thank goodness, are all okay this morning.
The candy lady will soon have to pack her sweet treats and move to a new spot. A judge made that ruling and had this to say to the owner of the popular candy shop that's well known for making the Breaking Bad blue meth candy.
Excuse the pun, it sounds like you all just broke bad.
Well, Debbie Davis needs to be out of her Old Town location by February 28th. She's been there for more than 30 years. The ordeal stems from a rental dispute between Davis and the landlord. At yesterday's eviction hearing, Robert Simmons said that he had asked Davis to sign a new lease back in October, but she never did. Davis says she plans to stay in Old Town, but at another location.